The Europa League, never ceases to amaze me. Unbelievable. And it's West Ham against Eintracht Frankfurt and Leipzig against Rangers. Unbelievable. All right, well, listen, James, we're not going to dive that deep in every game because we still got a few other things to discuss, including the Conference League, of course, Leicester in it against Roma, Feyenoord, Marseille, etc. But West Ham and Frankfurt, they've been matched up for the second time in European competition, with West Ham previously eliminating the Germans at the semi-final stage of the Cup Winners' Cup back in the mid-70s, 75, 76. West Ham looking to do some glory, and you're going to be there as well, right, James Benge?
I would not want to miss it for the world.
It's going to be ridiculous.
This stadium, which was, a joke, considered a joke, and something of an embarrassment to West Ham fans, on European nights has become a cauldron. They intimidated Sevilla, like at the London Stadium, the one with the running track.
One of the best atmospheres of the season. That game, it was unbelievable.
One of the best atmospheres of any football game I've ever been at. I mean, obviously, I only go to football in England, and we're all too middle class.
I get your point, though. It was ridiculous.
It was phenomenal, and there is just the sense of something really special is happening with West Ham and this competition. It is really rare, I think, for England to send a team to the Europa League that wants to be there and is good enough to actually make an impact. I think you could maybe argue that Leicester and Wolves have done that a little bit. We're a far cry from the days where Tony Pulis and Martin O'Neill were naming B teams. This is a really united team and united fan base. And I think it's really notable as well that West Ham have been desperate to avoid the mistakes Barcelona made about letting Frankfurt fans in. And, you speak to supporters that are like, we're going to keep a very close eye on this, and West Ham threatening to withdraw the season tickets of anyone that kind of sells their ticket to a Frankfurt fan. I think that kind of shows how seriously they're taking this, how much value the atmosphere can have, and got to try and win it in the first leg.
Yeah, there's a South American feel to that narrative right now. It's like, look, there's a limit of how many we're going to allow you to come in, by the way. And rightly so. Eintracht Frankfurt I wouldn't say out of nowhere, because if you're a Bundesliga fan, you know how good these teams can be. And from a tactical perspective, Frankfurt got it spot on against Barcelona. And Rafa Borré, the Colombian striker up front, I mean, just leading the way for this team, this very smart, very well-managed team. So very quickly here, because it's very important for West Ham as well. The likes of Declan Rice attracting reports, of course, of what his future is. But winning this Europa League, I don't want to get too carried away. I don't want to say you're going. But if West Ham win it, obviously it's a pathway to the Champions League, James Benge. And that's massive for the future of this club. And, of course, key players like Declan Rice.
Oh, yeah, huge. I think, the ideal... And look, West Ham aren't going to sell Declan Rice unless someone gives them the sort of money that they could never, ever reject.
Yeah.
150 million is what we're talking, and that's up to them. But it would hugely boost the trajectory of this club and the players they can get in. You look at January, where Darwin Nunez wasn't kind of really willing to push for a move. I suppose the only thing I would say as well is, and this is the other thing to emphasize about West Ham, yes, it would be phenomenal for them to get into the Champions League, and a dream for their supporters who kind of were promised this when they moved stadiums. But I think actually, again, unlike when Arsenal or Man United are in this competition, actually it wouldn't be about, well, we've got into the Champions League through qualifying. Like, it's actually about lifting the trophy for them. And I think that's kind of what makes them an even tougher opponent in this competition.
Yeah, there's a romantic about just, seeing a club like West Ham go this far. And equally, of course, the Leipzig and Rangers matchup, which should be quite an intriguing one, as Leipzig host Rangers. I mean, the scenes at the Ibrox, by the way, I knew that they were going to be the 12th man. Unbelievable thing to get here. But is this it for Bronkhorst, do you think? Or could they do it against Leipzig, who, by the way, began this season in the Champions League?
Yeah, I mean, Leipzig, and they have been, I know they lost at the weekend to Union Berlin, but they have been in phenomenal form of late. And I think Domenico Tedesco is just a better fit as a manager. Maybe the one thing you kind of say is, hey, like by Christopher Nkunku standards, he's gone 3 games without a goal. Like, is this no? I don't think. I think that's the
is
sort
it a
of
continuation, or is this rot about to be stopped now?
yeah. I just think player for player, in the end, Leipzig kind of they edge this, or they don't even edge it. I think actually being at home, they might even win fairly comfortably. They're just a really good squad of footballers. You know, and Nkunku's the one that captures the headlines, but it's a settled team that's been going for years. And you run down that side, there's quality all over it. So, I mean, I'm sure
keep it tight. I guess got to keep it tight
exactly.
and make sure that at the Ibrox you never know what could happen. But as long as you keep it tight, it could happen. But will we see an old British final or an old German final? Talk to me, James Benge. Give me predictions on this first leg. Just this first leg. West Ham, Frankfurt.
2-0 West Ham against Frankfurt again. Yeah.
Frankfurt are too smart for that. I'll give. This is hard, man. All right, I'm gonna give it a 2-1 win to West Ham. Okay, and what about Leipzig Rangers?
3-1, which is basically 2-0, isn't it?
Yeah, basically.
I think Leipzig will be, and like you say, I'm sure they'll be smart enough to know you need this game to be over before the second leg, because Ibrox is going to be a tough place to go.